Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for being here. Let's talk a little bit about the conflict of wanting to be in shape, but also wanting to be super comfortable. This is what, and maybe even like not feeling like you just don't have the time to show up in the way that you want. And last night, I was on the phone with one of my daughters, and she was at a training for one of her jobs, and she's like, oh, I probably should go to sleep. And I said, yeah, be sure to take care of that body. It's the best gift you've ever been given. And as I said it, when I was younger, when I was her age, I did a lot of working out. I'm a triathlete. You can find a lot of those videos on this channel here. Actually, I was a triathlete. I haven't been a triathlete for a while. But it gets really easy to let that go. And it gets really easy to feel like I just don't have the time or the space or the energy to take care of my body. And our bodies are our most precious gift that we've been given. And so today I want to ask you, what are you doing to care for your body? What are you doing to make sure that you have all the right nutrients, and you're lifting heavy things, and you're doing all the things to keep it strong and healthy? In the last 6 months, we've been using ChatGPT to help us improve our health. Okay, I'm not saying it's a doctor, and of course we are making sure that we're connecting with our healthcare providers. So I don't want you to think that I'm not saying that, but I want to share with you just a little something that we've been doing that has greatly improved our health. So back in February, I was really struggling with my gut. I've been on a healing journey for the last 2.5 years. And this is why I was saying to my daughter, take care of your body. It's the best gift you've been given. Because I didn't realize that even though I was somewhat healthy, I was pretty active. I make a lot of our food, things like that from scratch. There were things in my diet that were definitely affecting my gut. And about 2 years ago, I woke up one morning and I was like, gosh, I'm 44 years old. I don't think I should be hurting all day, every day, including when I wake up. Like, there's got to be a better way. So I found a holistic doctor, and I went in and I scheduled an appointment and sat down and chatted with her for a pretty long time. And she had me go in and do a full panel of lab work. Now, this is different than the lab work that your normal doctor would do. This lab work is intense. There's way more than, just your cholesterol on it. And they take something like, 5 to 8 vials per session. Last time I went in February, she was like, holy cow, this is so many. But she basically was testing for so many other things than what is normal. And so 2 years ago they did this and found that I had not just a gluten intolerance, I had a gluten allergy. Like, I don't actually have the gene needed to digest gluten. And I'll be honest, at the time I was like, this is not a real thing. But I had kind of gotten to that point where I was like, I'm willing to do anything. So I went off gluten. I've been gluten-free for 2 years now. If you want any of my gluten-free recipes, go ahead and comment gluten-free below. Maybe I'll make a video or two about it if there's some interest. And in those 2 years, my blood work came back with a lot of high markers. And the naturopath at the time was like, yes, this could seem scary, but she's like, I'm pretty sure if you cut back gluten, it's going to cut back your inflammation and these things will disappear. And so I decided I was going to go for it. And So back in February, suddenly my gut started kind of flaring up again, and I was like, oh, okay, go back in, get my blood work done. And here's the whole point of this thing. I then took that lab work and I uploaded 2 years ago, and then I uploaded this year into ChatGPT. And what I wanted to know was, is being gluten-free really helping? Should I really be gluten-free? So the other thing that I did was I uploaded my DNA in there just so it had the markers, because I have some blood clotting disorders and things like that. So I was like, so I put that in and I said, based off of these lab results, what can you tell me about my health? In fact, I'll create a list of some of the prompts, and for ChatGPT, go ahead and put health prompts in the comments below, and then once I get that going, I'll send you a link for that. So I put that in, and the first thing, I was like, based on what can you tell me? So it tells me just a few things, and it was really interesting. And then I got even more specific, and I said, okay, based off of these lab results, do I really need to be gluten-free? And it was like 100%. And then I was like, and then I wanted to see, like, can you see any improvement? So I've been gluten-free now for 2 years. Is it showing in my lab work? And it came back and it said, your inflammation has been cut in half. And then it was like, keep doing it. This is great. Like, keep doing these things and it's gonna be super beneficial. So I did way more with that. And if you want me to kind of break down all the different things that I did for ChatGPT, then put it in the comments below if that's something that's interesting to you. And even if you're wanting a specific, sorry, there's this van that's like following us and they're screaming at everybody. It's like last year of school, or last week of school, and so they're just like kind of going back and forth screaming. Anyways, so I have this tool that I'll actually put in the description below. It's called a viscera scan, and it's basically like a facial scan that will scan for health concerns. And so if you want to start there, you can actually use that. We've done that many times with our clients where we scan them if they're in person, with our in-person thing, and if not, with the app. You can put your information in there and download the app and then scan every 30 days. And it will tell you which systems of your body are out of sync. And if it's like, it will rank it and it will say, okay, this one needs more support, this one needs less support, this one's in the ideal range. And it also gives recommendations of products that you can be using to improve your health. So we live in such an amazing time where we have AI at our fingertips. And so my challenge to you today is use that time. Use these resources that can help improve your health, whether it's with making a meal plan, whether it's with comparing your lab results, whether it's just asking it, like, what can I do to improve my health? Jump in and do that. And if you want some of my ChatGPT prompts, go ahead and put that in the comments below. If you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so you can be notified every time I upload a brand new video. Talk to you soon.